Alrighty, well, I made a new Trashinichi, and for those of you that aren't familiar with that, I'm not into all of these planners, and I got kind of hooked on one style and shape, which is the Traveler's Notebook, but I don't use it in the traditional way, and I don't buy them. And I basically make them out of the trash that I collect, and this is the latest one. I made another one. I'll put a link down the bottom to that one. And so this is the latest one that I made. And hold on, of course, I forgot to get the ruler. Hold on. Here we go. Now these signatures are the traditional size of the Traveler's Notebook. This is approximately 6 by 9. And what I did is, first of all, before I get into the actual journal, what I made the cover out of is this. This is packaging. Seven Gypsies has a new line that's called Architectures, and they also have a new line of journals. And so this is the packaging that goes on one of their large ledgers. It's a 16 by 12 ledger, and that's what I used to make this cover. Alright, and here we go. This here is I believe it was a skirt that I got, and it was silk, and that's what I used to make what a lot of people buy, the sari ribbons and stuff, but I just basically make my own. And so that's what this tie is. And then I just put a little piece of trim. There's a word for that. A little piece of trim on the end. And so this is just tied up like that. And this is a old what do you call that? Handle? Why am I having a hard time with words today? It's late here right now. Worked in the yard all day long. This is a handle to a purse, and so I used that and just tied that to that and wrapped it around. Simple, simple. Then what I did with this, it was, as you can see, it's a little big, so I cut it down in half to adjust it to the proper size. And then I just sewed here the two pieces together to create the one piece. Then there are videos out there that show you how to soften paper with water and glycerin. And that's what I did with this. So that's what gives it its pliable feel to it. And then I just put a little bit of Distress ink over it after it had all dried. So that's how I got this look for the cover. So you open it up, and on this side here I have a little pocket, and the inside I put some upholstery samples that I had. So I put that there, and the upholstery samples were a little short, so I just added some lace there to fill it in. And I had some ribbon. This is a large wide ribbon, and it had the wire through it, and I just took the wire out so it'd be soft and pliable, and put that there. Also on the edge I used some of the same torn up skirt along the edge on the whole cover. I had some lace that had been roughly, and I'd cut the ruffle part off, and I was left with just the stitched end, and so I put that on there just to hold these little tags down that I made. And on the end of the tags I put some salvage pieces of fabric that I had been gifted. And then to hold this down, it's just the tabs from the tea bags, and then I just used a little brad to hook it down on there. Alright, now the way, if you saw my first one, the way I have this put together is I got a file folder and I just fold it in half and then fold it again so it's in quarters, and I attached one end, you can see the file folder here, and I attach one end to the actual cover, and that's the only thing that is permanently attached. All of the signatures here are just put in with a rubber band, and I have 3 signatures to go inside of each fold of the folder, if that makes sense. So when I fold the folder accordion style, then I also fold it up to fit the correct dimensions, and that gives me a little pocket here. I had some of these pieces of paper left over from some other journal I had made, so I just put them there in the pocket. Here is a tag that I made. I'm in a swap where I'm making paper cloth, and so this is some of that paper cloth that I made, and I made a little tag to put in there. And then I put some rub-ons so that she can use them in her journaling. In here again I used some packaging. This is from 7 Gypsies, and then I just cut up some paper and put it in there and stapled it. So it'll be, I made this so that there's a lot of spaces for you to write in and or draw, whatever it is that you do. It's not really decorated with a lot of foo-foo stuff. And most of the pages are coffee or tea dyed. This was an envelope, and I just stuffed some things in there. Some more little pieces I had from a sheet that I'd put in another journal. And oh, that was in there. It was just a little pocket. I already forgot what I did. That's a little pocket for those. That just goes in there. Another one of those for notes. Okay, so that's one signature right there. And here's another signature. And another pocket that's there. Here are some stickers that I'm including. They have to do with travel and stuff. Another pocket. I put in here a couple of postcards that I've made, and so this is one of them. She can write on them or mail them out. And then here, this was from a little tiny planner. I don't know if you guys remember, but the end of last year, the beginning of this year, they were tossing a whole bunch of brand new planners, and I got a bunch of them. And this was one of the little small ones. I thought it was so cute, so I just put it on there for little notes. Another envelope with another postcard that I made, and another one of these to put other notes inside. Here, whoops, here's an envelope, and just some places to write in. And then inside here, there's an index card, and this is also packaging. Okay, so that is the second signature. And here is the third signature back here. Just threw that in so she can write in, paint the back, glue something, more packaging. This is was a white paper bag, and I just stitched it shut, so it's just being used so you can write on. The same bag, and there's a little space here you can put something in. Now here on this section and on this section, I had these little file clips, and so I put them in here and then put some paper and then put this here to catch the paper so it wouldn't be flopping because of the way it's designed. You know, it opens various ways. So this just to keep it in place. And another one here, same way, keep it in place so it won't be flopping around. All right, so that is basically it. It has the 1, 2, 3. And the way you can use it, it flattens up pretty good. Whoops, there goes the motorcycle. It flattens up pretty good for you to be able to write on, even though it is kind of bulky. There's plenty of room for you to fold it out. You can even fold it out all the way and work on it whatever way that you like. And then in the back, just as in the front, I have another pocket there and the same little tags. And so it comes with the 3 signatures and 2 places here for note paper. And that is it. I think it came out kind of cool. Oh, and I put a little lace on here, and I let it show off on the bottom and on the top. So a few had asked how I actually made it, so I might be on the next one that I make. I'll probably. It's kind of hard for me to do tutorials because I never just sit down and do it. I'm not that kind of a crafter. I'll do a little bit and then I go toss it and do something else. And so the tutorials would be really chopped up. But if you guys don't mind that choppiness, then I can probably go ahead and make one. So there that is. I had made 2 of these, and I was going to put them in my Etsy shop, but they both sold before I was able to put them in my shop. But I will be making more, and just like I do my the Flowish supply kits, I do take requests as far as making them the way you want them, the style, if you want a style. Mostly they've all been most of the supply kits have been themes actually, but I don't mind just making them without a theme, but they just seem to work, just for some reason it worked out that way. And so I hope that you can look at your packaging in a different way, figure out a way to incorporate it into your journal making, and hope you have fun finding trash that you can transform into something a little unique. So I hope that I've inspired you to try something different with your packaging.